I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I'm an Amazon influencer. What that means is that I make videos reviewing the stuff that I buy and I place it at Amazon at a specific page.
This is the Bare Pantry Show.
You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
You guys can see it scrolling right here. And then sometimes Amazon will take my videos and put it at the actual product. So maybe some random person is looking for a certain product and then they look at the videos to see how the product works and if it's any good, and then they'll find my video. So when they find the video and they look at it, I get paid per the view, but I also get paid because they shopped. All right, so even if they didn't buy that product, but they bought something else, then I still get paid. But the cookies only stay on their devices for like 24 hours. So it's not like other companies when you visit their website, the cookies stay on your device for like 90 days. For Amazon, it's 24 hours. So guys, Prime Day is coming up, July 11th and 12th. I'm taping this on the 10th. July 11th and 12th is Prime Day. So I made a few videos to post at my page. Well, I'm always making videos with stuff that I buy, but sometimes I go long hauls where I'm not making a video because I didn't buy anything new, right? So recently we bought these equipment right here. Well, the first one is a Slushi Maker, and Jada bought this for me for what holiday that just went by? Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Honestly, I think Jada bought it for herself, because Jada and Joshua are the ones that have been using my Slushi Maker. Well, I'm kind of glad that they did though, because now they know how to work it and I didn't have to go read the manual. So let's take a look at Joshua showing us how to make the slushy, all right? So the first thing he's doing is opening the slot on the bottom of the machine to take out the electric cord. I like that it's tucked away neatly in this part of the machine because you don't have to go looking for parts, right? So he's just gonna go ahead and plug this into the outlet and then put the drip tray in here. He's gonna remove this latch from the lid for the canister and then take the middle out and just go fill it up with ice cubes from the fridge. And it uses quite a bit of ice, guys. So here we go. He's using regular table salt. They were using my pink Himalayan sea salt at first, and when I found out, I sent them to the store to go buy cheap table salt, okay? So it uses a 1/4 cup, and he's gonna put a little bit of water in the canister, but not too much because you don't wanna melt the ice. And then he's gonna set it back up here on, well, put the lid on first and latch it, and then set it back on the machine, all right? So I asked him, you know, where does the juice go? Because this is the first time I'm seeing him do it. And he goes, this hole right here is for the ice, but this slot right here is for the juice. You have to use some type of sugary type drink, all right? So he's using apple juice, cran apple, cran strawberry. He's just using whatever juice we have left over in the house right now to just give it a nice flavor. But you can use one type of juice, all right? You don't have to mix it up like this. So he's just filling it. It does have a fill line. Take note of that, all right? So you don't go overs. Set it on the machine. And then look, there's a switch over here. And this one says freeze. You have to slide it to that part that says freeze. So it's freeze, off, and dispense, all right, for the switch. So now we just kind of set the timer. It has to go for about 20-25 minutes. And he came back and checked in 10 minutes and he saw that his ice was kind of melting. So he's just gonna fill it up with some more ice cubes. And he's gonna use quite a bit, guys. Because right here's at least 6 ice cubes already. How many comes in a tray? Like 12, right? So I think we're gonna need another 3.5 to 2 trays of ice. So be warned, it uses a lot of ice and a lot of salt. But the salt doesn't go inside the drink. It's just to keep the ice cold, all right? So he's just dumping some more ice in there. He's making quite a bit because we want to serve 3. So this is going to serve 3 of us, like a big cup. Okay. More ice. And even more ice, Josh? My goodness. See, I wanted to show you guys how much ice it uses. So the ice goes into that other slot that I showed you earlier. So now it's done. 25 minutes later, it's done. And he hit the dispense switch. And then you turn this little faucet here. And it just starts to drip out your slushy. And we're going to get 3 big jugs like this. Well, a little bit more than 3 big glass like this. Pretty cool, right? So get a big dessert spoon, well, a long dessert spoon. We like the long spoons. And let Josh show us how the slushy looks. My goodness, we're gonna have to make sure that we don't get fat over the summer because we're making slushes. You guys, pick up one and have fun with the family. Just imagine if you're having like a backyard barbecue or something, you can have somebody tending the slushy bar, right? So pick up one and tell them what? Barbara sent you. Oh my God, I love snow cones. I love any kind of icy type drinks, and I like that you can use regular juices to do it. I want to try it with coconut water one of these days, but Jada says it might not freeze because the instructions say you have to use something sugary. So I think you can even use soda, but I don't know that the kids have used soda, but they like to go get all these different blend of juices. We like cranberry with everything. Cranberry strawberry, cranberry watermelon, cranberry grape, straight up cranberry. Jada likes apple juice. Joe likes orange juice. I don't think they've tried it with orange juice. But anyways, this machine is really cool. It does use a ton of ice. Go away, fly. It does use a ton of ice and a 1/4 cup of salt. So when these kids were using my pink Himalayan sea salt and I found out, man, I blew a gasket. I'm like, my salt is expensive. Why are you using this salt? You better go to the 99-cent store and buy some cheap salt, all right? So that's what they did. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing that I reviewed recently for Amazon, the Ring doorbell. Last week, 2 porch pirates came and stole a couple of my Amazon packages off my front porch. Now, although I have a lot of surveillance cameras on front of my house and the cameras caught them coming, stealing, and going, I still didn't get a clear enough picture of their faces to take to the police. So I decided to invest in a Ring doorbell. Now, our son that just bought his house last year, he has a Ring doorbell and he thoroughly likes it. But I didn't want to invest in one because I figure I have a whole bunch of cameras in the surveillance system that I have right now. But because I lost my packages, I decided to invest in the Ring doorbell. So let's talk about how we hardwire the doorbell, guys. So originally, we didn't have this security door right here, so the porch would be open to the public. People would walk up to the doorbell and touch the trigger right here. It would send a signal to this jumper thingy, which then send the signal to the chime, right? So then after we enclosed the porch so we could have space to store our bikes and stuff, one night the doorbell went crazy and just started to ring on its own, so my husband disconnected all the wires, and it's been like that ever since, okay? So now when we got the Ring doorbell, he had to go rewire everything. He had to figure it out, and he has some extension wires here coming through the security door and out here. We're gonna figure something to hide this, but even if a thief were to come and cut this, it still wouldn't damage anything because the camera is charged and the charge will last at least 2 months, they say. So we still kept the old doorbell. This is just wireless. So we have the Ring and that, and the wireless goes to this right here. Now let's talk about the software. You have to download the app on your phone and you have to set up an account, and we have 4 people living here, so all 4 of us have our own account with our own password. But the original account, which is my phone, is what all the invitations come from. So now I can even invite my other son that doesn't live here anymore, you know, to attach to this, but I don't think he's gonna want to. He gets enough alerts from his own Ring doorbell, okay? All right, so now what has come up is the camera. Right, so I gotta touch it and then hit live. There's a button here that says live, and then when I hit live, it's loading. And then now you could turn the phone like this so you could see it better, right? So see, 1080p camera, right? Put it at the right height for tall people too. And then it has a speaker over here that's the line going through it, so that's off. So if I touch it, you're gonna hear the ambiance from outside. Hear the birds? My goodness, that's loud. That's a car going by. So let me shut that off. And then I'm going to have my husband go outside and see how this thing works. So we have it set to where like pets won't trigger it off, and cars going down the street won't trigger it off, or people on the sidewalk, because that's going to be annoying for all those things to trigger it off. Okay, so he's walking on the street. See, I didn't get any alert because it's not sensitive to that. Because too many people walk on the street, right? So I got an alert. See, you hear that? Okay, so let me talk to him. Press the green button. Hello?
Hello?
How can I help you, sir?
I was walking by and I was looking at the house, and I see you got some board that you need to change. I could do that for you.
No, thank you. I have a husband that can do all that stuff.
But I'm not going to charge you too much.
It's not how persistent they are. Okay, sir, if you don't leave, I'm going to let my dog loose on you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I'm sorry for bothering you. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thank you for playing your role. Want to fix my house. Isn't that what we get a lot, though?
Oh, yeah. And they get nasty about it when you tell them no, too.
Yeah, so no, we don't have to go. Normally we'd go, pull the curtain. Normally we'd go in this porch and talk to them through the security door, and they can't see in. Close it back. They can't see in during the day, but they can see in at night if we have the light on. And you didn't think that I was going to do a whole review on this Ring doorbell and not show you the night vision, right? Look at this, crystal clear. We can definitely tell when somebody's coming up the walkway, and maybe next time we will catch those crooks' face, right? I didn't do any of the extras. I'm not paying for any membership or anything like that. I'm just going to use the app on my phone for a while, and if I need to, then I'll go ahead and pay for the membership. So pick up your Ring doorbell today and tell them what?
Barbara sent you.
Child, you know my cameras always get good footage, right? The night owl is a system that got the crooks coming to steal my packages and then running away. But now we got the Ring doorbell, and I think the neighbor right across the street that way, they also have a Ring doorbell. She loves it. I love my Ring doorbell. No, let me tell you a little bit of negatives. Man, that thing go off all day long, the chimes, but it's only when somebody comes to the door. So because I was doing a review, I kept going outside to tape the Ring and Jada was at work, and the little chimes are going off in her phone. And the kids are going, because, you know, she teaches music for a living. The kids are going, "What's that, Miss Jada? What's that?" She goes, "It's the Ring doorbell. My mom keeps going in front of the camera." So you can set the sensitivity. My neighbor across the street says she has hers, you know, all the way to the back of her cars because one night she looked out and there were guys there trying to break into her cars. I didn't even know that. So we have changed the sensitivity. It's not all the way to the sidewalk, but at least we have the cars covered, you know, all the way to that perimeter. You can set it to where pets won't trigger it off, and just a lot of different things that you can set in the sensitivity, all right? So just read the manual. Joshua's the one taking care of all of that. So now they do have a membership because when I was doing my review, I went to go find some of the night vision stuff, and Joshua says, "Where did you find that?" I'm like, "In the history on the app on the phone, right?" And so Jory told me, my son Jory told me that after 30 days, that's going to go away and it's not going to save any of that stuff anymore. So I'm going to have to pay for a membership. So I don't do nothing with Alexa, you know, so I don't like paying membership stuff monthly because that's a lot of money adding up that I can't afford. I'm already paying a membership for Canva, you know what I mean? So Jory says it's kind of cheap. He thought it was like $15 for every 6 months, but when I went to go look, it was $3.99 a month for the basic. So that's $39.99 a year. So almost about what Jory said, right? About $20 every 6 months that you have to pay for the year or monthly. And that gives you the basic. And I think the basic only covers that when motion happens, the thing will record and it'll save that clip. So I think that's pretty good. You know, it's not recording continuously, but at least when motion happens, it'll record that little snippet because that's what you want. If somebody's coming to your door to steal packages again, right? Then I would want that snippet to be recorded. So I think they've suckered me into this, and after the 30 free days are up, I'm gonna go ahead and pay the $3.99 a month or the $40 a year and then use that feature, okay? So I just wanted to be transparent with it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed these two reviews and that you will check out Amazon Prime Day. Check out my page first to see what all I've reviewed, to see if you want to buy any of the things that I reviewed, and then go ahead and shop till you drop. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
This is the Beth Pantry Show.